perfect. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to All About That History, where we talk about everything history related.
Hell yeah.
We teach these guys, as well as you guys, a little bit about history, with hopefully a little bit of fun, a little bit of entertainment, and a little bit of drama. Reference there. Reference.
It's a rivalry with our own podcast.
Rivalry. Oh, it's collaboration.
Okay, fine.
Collaboration.
A little collaboration.
True that.
Allies.
Yeah. Are you guys excited?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the first topic is. So.
No, me neither, honestly.
Oh, improv.
So,
improv taking place.
yeah, this is All About That History.
Yeah,
And today we are talking about. Let me just introduce you guys first.
Oh,
actually,
yeah, of course.
we have
Yeah.
PP Paolo
PP Paolo.
on the mic.
Got a beard.
Yeah, as you can, you see chin hair.
If you're an audio viewer on YouTube, he's currently stroking his one strand of hair.
No,
on his chinny chin chin.
That's like exaggeration. It's not one strand.
It's half a strand.
No, it's about 10 to 11 strands.
Like, it's like the sock size.
But it is growing. It is growing. I can tell you that.
Yeah, just the one strand is growing.
It's not one strand. It's 10 to 12 strands.
But anyway, I'm Jake.
This is Jake B. Benson for beds.
I'm Barry B. Benson.
Barry B. Benson.
Jake Benson. If you don't know where Barry B. Benson's from, you should watch the B film because it's a classic.
He is the B.
Wait, beef?
He puts the B.
No, B.
Oh, B.
I am the beef.
He puts the B in Benson.
I put the B in Benson's for beds.
But yeah, today we are talking about
Bruno.
a very unknown unit of soldier.
Yeah.
Which started in the
Black Ops Squadron.
The Black Ops Squadron in the 16th century
in
France. So these are called the Petardiers.
Petardiers. I've never heard of it.
So basically, it's one of the most dangerous jobs in history. It's basically like a suicidal role in the military.
Okay. Wait, where is it? Where from? What country?
France. So it started in France.
Right.
Basically, in like the Renaissance to like the medieval to the Renaissance period.
Did you say 17th century?
16th century.
16th. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so like the 1500s.
Yeah. That's God.
Which is a long time ago. So basically, late medieval, early Renaissance army units in France. That's what they were, and then they were basically they weren't engaged in battles. All they were used for is to breach like walls or like places where the regular infantry could not breach.
Yeah.
So basically, they were just like breaching units. So they weren't allowed to they weren't allowed, but they did. No, they weren't allowed. And what am I talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, they weren't engaged in open battles, so like across fields or stuff.
So they weren't on the field.
They weren't on the field, but they ran up to the walls.
Why?
Basically, in units. So there was first a chief Petardier, which like he made the bombs like on site, made them, and then he had like assistant Petardiers, which would run up to the walls.
So they're like suicide bombers.
Oh god.
It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
But basically, that's what.
Yeah.
It kind of turned out like. Basically, they ran up under fire against like the enemy because the enemy was like high up on walls, in like the castle walls and stuff, shooting down from them. They would run up, place their breaching charge, which 2 men had to carry.
Right. Yeah.
In the early stages.
While being shot at.
Like thrown rocks underneath and like.
Did people die from the?
Oh yeah, the mortality rate was the highest in like the military at that point.
The highest level.
Yeah.
Like back then, was there any case of like shows like any like bulletproof stuff to like?
They had armor.
But wait, they wouldn't have been using guns, would they?
Yeah.
Oh, they had what kind of guns?
They used like muskets and stuff. Not like
in the 15th.
Like later on.
1500.
Later on.
Yeah.
Basically, well, not at the start. But it was against arrows in the start.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. More like bow and arrows and crossbows and stuff. Yeah.
But then later on they had muskets and then stuff like that. But they had armor which was thicker than the regular armor.
Right.
Not much thicker.
Was it like chainmail, like that kind of stuff?
So they had chainmail underneath, like
Yeah.
they all had chainmail and armor plating on top. But the actual armor plating was thicker than the actual infantry.
Is that to withstand the blast?
Yeah, that's to like withstand the blast and to withstand like oncoming fire.
Right.
Hopefully, but they didn't have any leg armor,
Oh.
so they could run away.
Oh,
From
right. I
the
thought you were going to say something.
From the blast quicker
Mm.
and move because it was heavy.
Yeah.
In the early
Yeah.
stages.
Chainmail is heavy anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone with armor on top.
And the bombs, the actual bomb was heavy. So it was a 2-man thing that you had to carry.
Yeah.
So they had that, and then basically they were like obviously targeted a lot and stuff. So it's started in France in the 16th century, and then soon appeared in like armies across Europe.
Yeah.
Up until the 18th century.
Okay.
So it changed from in the 18th century. It changed from from the Petardiers to like they changed to like cannons and artillery
Instead, right.
so
it only lasted 2 centuries.
yeah,
Right.
which is still a long time.
Yeah.
For like,
yeah.
like that's 200 years. Or
Until
100
they started to
100
figure out
years.
like catapults and cannons. And
Yeah, were useful and
Yeah.
didn't kill as much people.
Mm.
But the actual word Petardier
Mm.
comes from the word petard, which was a nickname, which was the device used to breach the walls.
Right.
And the device was actually a nickname given by the French soldiers. So in the petard bit, there was a nickname, like there's a thing called petard, which was which meant to break wind. In France, it was meant it's like to break wind.
Right.
That's what petard is. So they used that name and like created a petard.
Creating a
So it was-
fart.
Yeah.
Oh,
A blow in the wind.
to break wind.
To break wind. So it's
Oh,
like
it's
to
a
break-
light-hearted way to sit.
Yeah.
So the actual device was like a cylindrical block.
Yeah.
With like made of like iron and stuff.
So it looked like C4. Like, looked like that kind of.
So it looked like a helmet, basically.
Oh.
Do you know, like the big
Yeah.
helmet?
Yeah.
It looked like that, but like steel and stuff. And it had gunpowder in it, like stuffed inside, and it had like a wooden plank which it would like lay its face on. Like the open bit would like be laid on and like attached to. And when they got up to the door, they put a piece of wood or like wax, like an ignition inside it, light it, and then it'll blow up. So it will create like a bigger explosion against the.
Yeah.
But most of them weighed up to, or the biggest ones weighed up to like 100 pounds or 46 kilograms.
Which is heavy.
Yeah, imagine like, I don't know how much that weighs, but
I was gonna say,
we have a
what's that
weight
in,
on
like,
the floor.
comparison to.
yeah, comparison, I don't know really. But if you've ever lifted like 20 kilograms on like just a dumbbell,
Yeah.
times that
I
by,
suppose yeah, dumbbell. It's probably
times that by
easiest.
2. Try and carry that with armor plating across the battlefield
It's heavy.
by yourself.
You won't be sprinting.
No.
Yeah.
You won't be running away from nothing. You'll be having to fight.
Yeah, and that's just the actual bollard thing. Well, the plank of wood as well.
Wait, what? The plank of wood
The-
bollard thing?
The petard. That's just the
Oh, the actual
petard.
bomb.
The yeah.
So then
Okay, so-
also add on top the armor and the
Add on top,
chainmail.
yeah.
So jeez.
That's
That must have been built different back then if they were able to carry all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But mostly they did it under night because it like concealed them from like fire and stuff. And like obviously the enemies didn't have night vision back then. So
Yeah.
they had carrots. They had a lot of carrots.
Right. Yeah. of
Actually,
course.
that's a myth.
No,
That's a myth brought up in World War Two.
Is that where it comes from?
What, the cat eating carrots in the
eating
dark?
carrots is a myth. Came from World War Two by the British.
'Cause
To
Was that one of the rationing foods that kids didn't want to eat or something?
think so, yeah. And it's pretty like it was like also like false advertisement for like the enemy as well, like against the Nazi.
Wait, did that actually?
I think I don't know.
Imagine.
But that's where it comes from.
I've got an awesome plan to win this war.
Let's see
We're gonna make a lie.
We're gonna eat a lot of carrots.
a lot of carrots.
We're gonna attack them at night.
Oh.
They're gonna think they're gonna be able to see everything, but really,
They're just rabbits.
but also the problem is we won't be able to see anything either. So let's just believe it in enough, and it might work.
We believe we can see.
I thought it did work. Like, well, when I was
When you were younger,
Yeah, I
believed
thought
it.
Like,
Well, I thought it worked up until you just said so.
Yeah, I do
I'm
apologize.
joking.
no, he still does it.
I'm not joking.
He still does it.
Yeah, actually, I hate carrots.
Do you still believe in Santa
Really?
Claus?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Do I believe?
Oh,
Wait, what do
yeah,
you
it's
mean?
real.
Wait,
He is
what do you
real.
mean?
Santa
What do you mean?
Claus- Santa
Now,
Claus is real.
what do you mean, Joe? What do you mean
Santa
Santa
Claus
Claus?
Actually, you
is
know what?
real?
You should tell your story about how
He lives in
you
Area
found
51.
out Santa Claus isn't real.
Oh,
Really quickly,
yeah,
just
yeah,
a little
yeah.
tangent.
Oh, okay. So,
Hey, this is history related
yeah,
because this is Paolo's
yeah,
history.
This is my history.
It's worth it.
history.
You're gonna want to hear this.
Oh, so-
Go on.
so,
Go on.
So basically, of course, like, I used to live in a flat, and of course, like back.
Just by himself.
Oh, it just
He was
about-
6.
Yeah, when I was about 8 or 9 by myself. By then,
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah,
by then
Had a
I-
job.
By then I had my life sorted out. So cause I was thinking like, oh, when's Santa gonna come with my presents?
Mm.
And of course, like every time, well, before I knew about Santa Claus not being real, I used to
What?
We've done this. We've done this bit, Joe.
before I knew that Santa Claus wasn't real, I used to be like, "Where's my presents?" You know, why can I not see a big man with full of presents?
Because you didn't eat your carrots.
Oh no, I ate all my carrots. Dude, in fact, carrots is one of my favorite vegetables.
Did you leave any for the reindeer?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh,
What
they're
are
so-
what are they supposed to see then?
I didn't care about the reindeer. I cared about Santa.
What, if they crashed the night because you didn't leave them carrots?
Well, as long as Santa got to my home safely, then.
What, did you leave carrots out for Santa?
No, he ate them so I could see them.
No. Do you know what it is? I actually did want to leave out some FIFA.
Some FIFA.
So no, some
Some FIFA points.
He wants to play Santa at FIFA. A little tournament, whoever wins.
So that'll be PSG.
No, well, I used to actually leave some FIFA Santa, but I always wondered like, would he actually eat it?
So how did you figure out he wasn't real, Paolo?
So I looked outside and I noticed that we had no chimney. and then after that, I went home.
He was 9 at this point.
Yeah, and then after
Such
that,
a young age that he found out.
I just imagine Paolo just walking up to the window,
Yeah.
just looking around. Oh, it's a nice winter's day or night,
yeah.
and just he looks up and goes, "Oh,
it's a
Wait,
summer day. We
is
got no chimney.
wait, where's the chimney? Wait, there's no chimney." And just like the maths working out in his head, like, "Oh,
it's like Carl Pilkington.
there's no chimney, no Santa."
Yeah.
That's it. There's just, I mean, how did you know that?
Mm.
Yeah, it could've
Like Santa might still be real. It just didn't come to
Oh.
your house because you had no chimney.
Well, I asked my mum and she said she doesn't know who Santa was. So
Wait,
Never met the kid before.
so it wasn't that gave it away. It was the chimney.
It was your mum being like, who? What? Who was that?
I don't know.
Mum, who's Santa?
Yeah.
Who?
Let me get the yellow pages out.
Let me Google that real quick. Oh, we were meant to do that as parents.
Yeah.
Santa? Oh, I'm just gonna give you.
And then after that, of course, I was checking I was checking everywhere, and I was there like, we don't have no fireplace. There's no
Well,
entrance.
usually, if you don't have a chimney,
There's no
Yeah.
entrance.
There's
Wait,
no,
what?
No front door.
like, there's no
To
entrance.
climb through a window.
this bloody flat we bought didn't come with a front door.
It's not even a flat. It's just a
Down.
box.
But I
Well-
suppose for £20 a month, that's what you get. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Easy peasy, squeeze the lemon.
I mean, it's hard, as a 9-year-old. Like, it's
Yeah.
hard to, get the money and stuff. So I suppose a
yeah.
flat with a door with no chimney is kind of what
It
you
makes
need to
sense.
survive on your
Tough
own.
time,
It,
wasn't it?
it traumatized me. It really did.
How did you get out of the rat race at 9?
The what?
How did you get out of the rat race at 9 and into like this place and into uni?
Do you know what the rat race is?
No.
Okay, we'll get on that in a different video. carry on about
Rats? What?
carry on about these Frenchmen.
Mm.
So these Frenchmen, which expanded to European men,
the way you said it.
European men.
The media, like if you're not an audio viewer and you saw it on YouTube, his face just dropped after saying that. Now he's just
Yeah.
staring. He's just staring.
He's just staring at
He might need a
the
minute.
laptop now.
But you know,
Just-
while we're taking
yeah.
this minute, if you want to go and listen to all about that drama, all about that mystery, and all about that,
What if?
what if that's Paolo's? Mine's all about that
Yeah.
mystery. Paolo's is.
And check out our website.
Oh,
Which
we
is-
advertising that now? Is it gonna be?
Let's advertise it now.
Let's
It's gonna be published in
go.
It will be published in time.
All right. Well then,
It might not be published in time, but we'll publish
what's
it.
the
anyway.
link? Can we say it, or should we just link it in the description?
It is. We'll link it in the description down below.
No, perfect, lovely.
Down below.
And sorry, guys. And it is. It's just a
It's a good
website where you
website,
can
Yeah.
check out what I like, how we started, why we came up with this idea. Like
Yeah.
us personally. you
Plus,
can
it's
check
just
out.
cool. We made a
Yeah.
website. Why not?
Literally.
And we've got like our socials on there as well.
Yeah.
We do. Well, we do.
Yeah.
We do now.
No, but
And we've got a shop coming soon on the website.
true that.
If you want to buy that merch,
All about that.
if you want to.
And also, if you guys do look at the pictures and you see my hair and stuff, like it's not like my hair. My hair
Don't
is
deep
not-
Paolo's hair, right? He needs to trim.
I need to get a haircut, but no, it's just it looks like one side is bigger than the other.
What?
We'll take another headshot.
Oh, this could be a good headshot background.
It is supposed to be like a photo background.
Yeah,
Actually
right.
good, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Anyway,
But once I get the,
audioverse like, huh?
get the trim and stuff, then
What are you talking about?
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So these
it's
European
about
and
the
Frenchmen.
history. All about that history. So these French European men. So basically, they were like the main Petardiers, the chief Petardiers. They were accompanied by assistant Petardiers. Going forward, when they were like, pew. And the assistant Petardiers had like guns and
Rifles?
muskets to like fight back against and protect the chief Petardier.
Yeah.
And like help him carry out his things and stuff.
Yeah.
Things and stuff. And a lot of time they were killed even before they got to the wall. Like the entire unit.
Well,
was
yeah.
killed.
If they've been shot at rapidly, like
Yeah.
exposed, walking slow because they're carrying all this stuff, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And they had like, even though they had like TNT or what is it?
TNT.
Gunpowder.
Yeah.
Inside the massive crate. If the bullet penetrated it,
That's it.
it
It
wouldn't
explode
it
out.
would, the bullet was not hot enough to ignite it.
Oh.
okay.
So it didn't matter if that bullet, then it wouldn't work. The
Oh,
actual-
interesting. Oh, then it would be. That's
Yeah.
it. It wouldn't work when they get to the wall.
Yeah, 'cause
So they
it's
just
got
have
a
to turn back. Oh, God damn it.
because it's got a hole in it. It's it'll go straight through, and then that not create enough suction for
I see.
the other side of the thing to.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a very risky job and like a very,
Yeah.
I say one of the probably worst jobs in history
So
in the
we're-
military.
Yeah.
Is this? I'm guessing this isn't happening nowadays.
No.
Oh,
When did it stop though?
It stopped in the 18th century when
Right, okay, so it stopped
They
ages.
converted to-
Yeah.
like cannons and stuff in 19.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you said sorry. We're on such a big tangent. I forgot.
And then Santa Claus came in and did his magic, and then
Yeah.
And that was it. Cannons were existed because of Santa Claus.
And
Yeah.
then there
Fact.
was no chimney in flats.
no,
And
because of that.
and so all them kids worldwide when they realised they didn't have chimneys.
Yeah.
And then-
if
and
they
then
don't
I
mum-
wonder
flats-
how many kids. Oh, we're going on this another tangent, but I wonder how many kids look up at the like house and be like, Santa Claus isn't real, is he?
Just you walked in with your mum from going like shopping for food, like the weekly food shop, and you just walking in helping. And you just happen to look over. And, Mum, he's not real, is he?
It's a very mature thing
And
to
your
do.
Mum's just like, what? He's not real, is he? Who are you talking about? Santa, he's not real, is he?
Who?
He shouldn't- Hey?
But to the viewers, of course, like, and of course, the children everywhere, Santa Claus is real.
Anyway, let's get back to this. Sorry, I did that again. Sorry. Yeah, so they had thicker armor, no leg protection, so they could move faster. A lot of the time they were killed. And basically, even though they did manage to light the fuse or light their fuse, light the fire, my heart. That's what they sung on the way there. My heart is your only desire.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, They sang Firestarter.
By who?
Twisted Firestarter. I'm a fire starter.
They're not landing jokes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's. Why are we doing this one late again?
It's 6:30.
I'm quite tired.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, basically, even though they did manage to get to the wall and like ignite it, most of the time the bomb went off prematurely.
Oh,
Not
right.
90% of the
Technical
time.
difficulties. 90%.
Like it was that high.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah. 80 to 90% of the time.
They were not well made.
The bomb went off prematurely,
But didn't that just kill their own teammates
Mm.
on the way there?
and it killed it. Most of the time, it killed them. Anyway, so it was like a suicidal job.
Just for nothing.
Yeah.
Not even getting to the
Oh.
down.
It was not a very popular job to do.
I'm surprised they managed to convince people to do it though.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they must have been that committed.
But people back then were like, obviously they didn't have like people telling them that, or from experience, people coming back and being like, oh yeah, it's a good job.
But surely
Go
it's
for it.
a brief though. Or surely it's obvious that people aren't coming back from this.
Mm.
Well, yeah, but like
Did they not read the description on Indeed?
the way I think, but the rate of pay is good, so it's all right.
Yeah, I suppose they did the quick resume on Indeed.
Yeah,
See
Actually,
if
yeah.
it's
How
applied.
much was the pay? Like,
Wasn't
Were they
I wasn't
even,
live
were
then.
they, yeah, but were they even paid? Because
Yeah,
by
were
the
they
time they'd
like-
done one job,
I think obviously military people were paid, but it's like probably the same rate of pay as
Yeah,
everyone else.
but like, if they died, they'd be like, oh yeah, we'll pay you. They die and they don't.
Yeah,
How would you know any different? Is that what happened?
probably. But no, because obviously
Unless they have to swear an oath and pay the families or something.
I don't know at that point.
Mm.
Things have changed. Times are changing.
Well, I hope so after that.
But I think it is like, do you know like World War II and World War One, how infantrymen just got over that like onto the no man's land and just kept walking even under fire.
Yeah.
Space like that, they got told to do it, and if they didn't, they get killed.
Damn.
Anyway, from like deserting,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But bring it back to, well, a high percentage of did not live
Yeah.
long enough to become veterans.
Mm.
So they got into it, and then probably like 1 to 5 years later, they died.
Damn.
They died.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man.
But William Shakespeare, like they killed Petardiers were killed that much
Mm.
that William Shakespeare coined the term "hoist with his own petard." Like that's in Hamlet. Hoist
Yeah.
with his own petard, which essentially means it signifies when a person is harmed by their own plan to harm others.
Right.
So that's what it
Wow.
means. So, if anyone from drama, all about that
Yeah.
drama, or
That's
we're doing
deep, though.
Shakespeare,
Yeah.
we're doing Shakespeare. If we do
Mm.
Hamlet,
Yeah.
and you come across that term,
Yeah.
hoist with his own petard, comes from that. So you
Wow.
can have some context behind that meaning, and it means that from like because they made the bomb and planted it, and then it blew up, and it killed them.
Man,
Damn.
Their own device killed them
That is deep.
while trying to
That's so
like
deep.
hurt others.
Yeah.
William Shakespeare was not a stupid man.
No, man.
He knew about his history.
That brother was intelligent.
He listened to this podcast
He listened.
before he wrote his novels
Yeah. So that's basically where that comes from,
and
and
sonnets.
sonnets.
Sorry, I was trying to think.
12th
what-
Night.
Yeah.
Serious? I
Novels
still-
and sonnets.
Please.
I still know my sonnet.
I know my sonnet as well.
Yay.
Actually, no. Kind
know-
of.
I know
If I
the-
looked at it once, I'd probably remember it.
I know the first 2-3 lines.
Anyway, let's go back to all the history.
But this went to Europe and stuff, and it was used in the English Civil War against like Puritans and what's his name, King Charles I.
Against him.
Against him,
God.
and it was used in. So there's a castle in Derbyshire, or Derby or Derbyshire, where King Charles was like hiding. Like it was one of his last places to like hide from the Puritans and Oliver Cromwell. And basically they used petards on that castle to blow it up and like
Yeah.
try and get him out.
Did it? What happened?
Well, I think it was like a 5-year long siege.
Really?
Yeah. It was like a long siege. Like
But did they get
I
him?
think they got him eventually. I don't know if it was in that castle, but they got him and then they killed and executed him.
And who? Was this still French people?
No, this is English Civil War. So
Oh,
this is
the
against-
English civil.
this
Oh,
is,
right.
The Cavaliers versus Roundheads.
And
So
they
the
used
Cavaliers
this technique
Mm.
from the French of the what's it called, the Petards.
The petards.
Petards.
Well, that's the name of the
bomb.
bomb. Petardier.
Petardier.
Petardier. Petardier.
And they use these in the English Civil War.
They use these, yeah, because it went from France and went to every other country and every army in different countries.
We still get similar things, like not necessarily just terrorism these days, but like you do have. I think they're called
basically like a suicide bomber.
Well, there's Japanese, like I don't know if it's still active anymore, but they were like
it's not active anymore.
They were called the
kamikaze pilots. Kamikaze pilots.
Is that what but I thought they were called something in particular. I know that is. I thought that was more widespread than it just being the Japanese name for it.
No, that's the
Japanese name for it.
Yeah.
Oh right, but yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Like the suicide pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, they did that to like, in case they were getting like the pilots did that. So I'm going on a different subject here. They did that because if they got like shot down or like stuff, they would dive like instead of like trying to land safely, they would just dive.
Yeah.
Because they would have got captured.
Oh God.
Or, like,
Yeah.
They killed themselves before they get captured in Japan.
Which is, to be fair,
because it's like a mark of honor.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but also in a situation that's probably better than being captured because
Yeah.
And
like torture. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say? But yeah, in the English Civil War, the Cavaliers versus the Roundheads. So the Cavaliers were King Charles's posse, and the Roundheads were Oliver Cromwell's posse, which was a Puritan. Which is going to go on to.
What?
We're going to go on to that at some point soon.
Okay.
But yeah, and then obviously Oliver Cromwell. We're going to go on to it soon. Doesn't matter. I'll teach you about that soon. But basically, that's one of the last things that happened. Uses in England was that point where the Cavaliers versus the Roundheads. I am very tired right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if you like doing Hamlet and come across that term,
It's interesting that links with Shakespeare.
Yeah.
but thank you guys for having me.
What do you mean?
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you for having you.
No, it's time to lose it now.
Yeah.
It's time to lose it.
It's been
Do you wanna introduce
it's a
yourself, guys?
good first episode.
My name is Paulo Sebastio. Also, big shout out to my family as well. You always gotta do the shout outs before.
Big shout out to Palace family.
Yeah,
big shout out to Palace family.
Yeah, big shout out to my friends, my family. You know, my secondary school teachers, my college teachers, and my uni teachers.
Oh God, we're gonna go on for forever here.
Shout out to my barber back at home. Shout out to the barber back in Guildford as
Well, the
well.
barber-
Oh, you got two barbers? Absolutely not. Oh, you just outed yourself.
That's criminal. That's criminal.
Oh, get ready to
Whoa.
see your hair.
Anyway, thank you for having us on, and
guys.
it's been very fun.
Subscribe to Spotify.
Yeah.
Our podcast is on Spotify.
Yes.
Amazon Music. Apple Music.
Apple Music.
Wherever Anchor uploads to.
Yeah.
On the normal Apple
Wherever
Podcasts
it goes,
website.
wherever
To be
it
fair-
goes, will be all there.
To be fair, YouTube and then pretty much every streaming
Yeah.
podcast service like Spotify or any music
The
app,
main
Amazon Music.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, catch us on
Sundays and Wednesdays.
Sundays.
Sundays.
And Wednesdays. You got the what all about that?
Sundays will be drama and what if, and Wednesdays will be mystery and history.
Yeah.
Mystery, history.
Yeah.
What if drama? What if drama?
God, we need to get Joe to bed. Hey, you got outro. This is yours, mate.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
No, that's
No,
the intro.
No, that's yours.
Nah, that's the mystery one.
Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.